The inspiring life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Hello and welcome. Today, we bring you the story of a man who came from a small town, lived a simple life, but reached the highest skies. He was not born rich, but he became rich in knowledge, dreams, and love for his country. This is the story of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, a scientist, a teacher, and the most loved president of India. His life is full of inspiration. His words are full of hope. Let's start. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was one of the most loved and respected people in India. He was a great scientist, a teacher, a thinker, and also the President of India. But more than all that, he was a simple and kind man who inspired millions with his words and actions. He was born on 15 October 1931 in Rameswaram, a small town in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. His full name was Abul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam. His family was poor, but they were honest and hardworking. His father, Jainulabdin, was a boatman and also helped people in the village mosque. His mother, Ashyamma, was a gentle and caring woman who gave food to people even when the family had little for themselves. Kalam was the youngest child in the family. He had 3 brothers and 1 sister. From a young age, he was curious about the world. He loved nature, especially the sky and birds. He would sit for hours watching birds fly and dream about flying himself. This small boy from a poor house had big dreams. To help his family, young Kalam started selling newspapers. Every morning, he would get up early, collect newspapers, and go door to door to sell them. Even after this hard work, he never missed school. He loved to learn. His favorite subjects were mathematics and science. He studied under streetlights because there was no electricity at home. He believed that if you have a strong desire to learn, nothing can stop you. Kalam teachers noticed his sharp mind. One of his teachers once showed him a picture of a bird flying and explained the science behind it. That moment changed Kalam's life. He decided he would work on flying machines. He wanted to become a scientist. His teacher's words and encouragement helped him choose his path. After school, Kalam went to Schwartz High School in Ramnathpuram and then to St. Joseph's College in Tiruchirappalli. There, he studied physics. But he was more interested in machines that could fly, like airplanes and rockets. So, he joined the Madras Institute of Technology, MIT, to study aerospace engineering. This was a turning point in his life. Studying at MIT was not easy. The fees were high, and his family could not afford them. But Kalam's sister sold her gold bangles to pay his fees. He was deeply moved and promised to work hard and make his family proud. He worked day and night. For his final year project, he built a model of a flying machine, and his teachers were very impressed. After completing his studies, Kalam got a job at the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. There, he worked on building hovercrafts. But he still had a dream to make rockets. Later, He joined the Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO. At ISRO, he became the project director of India's first satellite launch vehicle, known as SLV-3. It was a big mission to send a satellite into space. In 1980, India successfully launched the Rohini satellite into space under Kalam leadership. This was a great success for India. It made the country proud and showed the world that India could also do space research. Kalam became a hero. But he never took the credit alone. He always said it was teamwork. After that, Kalam worked on missiles. He led projects to develop powerful missiles like Agni and Prithvi. These projects were part of the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. Because of his work in this field, people started calling him the Missile Man of India. Kalam was also a part of India's nuclear tests in Pokhran in 1998. These tests were very important for India's defense and global position. Kalam played a big role, but he always stayed humble. He believed in working silently and letting success make the noise. People across the country respected him. He was not only a scientist but also a great speaker and writer. He wrote many books like Wings of Fire, Ignited Minds, and India 2020. His books talked about dreams, science, and the power of youth. He wanted young people to dream big and work hard to achieve those dreams. In 2002, Dr. Kalam became the 11th President of India. He was the first scientist and also the first bachelor to become the president. People loved him. He was called the People's President because he was close to the common man. Even as president, he lived a simple life. He did not like luxury. He did not own a car or a house. He used his salary to help students and support education. During his time as president, he visited many schools and colleges. He loved talking to children. He always asked them, "What is your dream?" He believed that children's minds are pure and full of ideas. He would often say, "Dream, dream, dream." Dreams transform into thoughts and thoughts result in action. Kalam finished his term as president in 2007, but he did not stop working. He became a visiting professor in many colleges. He gave lectures, wrote more books, and met young people. He believed that India could become a developed country if the youth worked with passion and honesty. He was also known for his humility. He treated everyone with respect. He would stand up even when students walked into the room. He said learning never ends, and we should always keep our minds open. On 27 July 2015, Dr. Kalam was in Shillong, giving a lecture to students at the Indian Institute of Management. While speaking, he suddenly collapsed. He had a heart attack. He died doing what he loved most, teaching and inspiring young minds. His death shocked the whole nation. People cried. The President, Prime Minister, and common people all paid their respects. His body was flown to Rameswaram, and he was buried with full state honors. Thousands of people came to say goodbye. Even though he is no longer with us, his words, dreams, and values still live on. He taught us that it doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is how hard you work and how honest you are. Dr. Kalam's life is a perfect example of how a poor boy from a small village became the most respected man in the country. He did not have wealth or power, but he had knowledge, dreams, and a heart full of love for his country. He believed in unity and peace. He respected all religions. He used to read both the Quran and the Bhagavad Gita. He believed that science and spirituality could go hand in hand. He said, "For great men, religion is a way of making friends. Small people make religion a fighting tool." Dr. Kalam continues to inspire millions of students, teachers, scientists, and citizens. Schools and universities are named after him. His books are still read by young minds who want to become engineers, doctors, or scientists. His quotes are shared on posters, classrooms, and speeches. Some of his most famous quotes include, "You have to dream before your dreams can come true. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun." Excellence is a continuous process and not an accident. Man needs difficulties in life because they are necessary to enjoy success. Dr. Kalam showed the world that you can rise from any situation if you have courage, education, and honesty. He loved India deeply and worked all his life to see it grow and develop. He remains a symbol of hope, simplicity, and greatness. His life story is not just history. It is a guide for the future. He proved that dreams are not just for the rich or lucky. Dreams are for everyone who dares to believe in themselves. And so, the story of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is not just the story of a man. It is the story of a dream that began in a small house in Rameswaram and reached the skies of space, the hearts of millions, and the soul of a nation.